As for sacrifice, is no longer the easy path, as the fires of friendship are now my best friend. Yes, you heard it right. The latest Warpog stock, with their dawn office terrorized the whole Mirror Dungeon speedrunning scene with 6 status with its dawn variations, not including at least 2 floor 3 forfeit strats that are being cooked at the moment. No, it was not because they are OP. Well, they are actually, but it's not because of the units. This item right here is the reason why they are OP. Nope, not because of Dawn Herald, the burn and tremor infliction, or even battle instinct, or the fact that Downclair is burn and tremor now. It's just this line right here. This makes the early floors of Mirror Dungeons very fast and consistent for Downclair. It's literally this. But let's just go straight into the teams. In this video, we will start with the team that makes most sense for them to be in, which is Burn. And so, here are the teams. These 3, of course, are core to the team and you cannot swap them with any other unit because this gift will not work with less than 3 members of the Dawn office. Remember this picture that has been around? Yeah, that stuff is still true because look at these other units we have to fill just to be able to use egos, an actual mental gymnastics. But first, there's Liu Yisang. Technically, he can be substituted off, but there's no more Burn Yisang that can give you red as well. But if you have to cope, maybe use someone that have red on their skill 1 or skill 2. Then there's these 2 left. They are here mostly because of the scenes, which is red and lust. Leo Ishmael is the only one that have lust, so if you want to swap her, remember to swap her with one of the units that have lust. Not only that, they are used because they have good burn infliction in their skill 2, which will be really useful on floor 5. For substitutes, they are mostly because of red and or lust, and they have burn. Well, except for one, I guess. Moving on to the egos. These 3 are the main egos that we need. There are not much that can replace these 3. Maybe Great Rich Ryokosem Ryoshu, but that means you need to put Ryoshu, and the best Ryoshu for the job is unironically W Ryoshu. Because the actual burn Ryoshu is actually pretty bad and will just slow us down instead of being helpful. For the graces, we are picking 1, 3 and 4 as well as Gift Search. This thread is Starlight positive on average. If it's on average, that means that some runs will be positive and some runs will be negative. But on the long run, it will be positive. 1 and 3 grant us cost, more team pack choices and pack refreshes, which are always nice to have. Meanwhile, Grace 4 let us pick 2 strong burn starting gifts. Also give us the cost to upgrade. As for the gift search, it's obvious that we will be searching for Wing Shaped Waxen Candle or WWC. That's all for the setup. If you want more info, please look at our MD farming guide sheets in the description or you can ask us in MDOT Discord server. Well, with that being done, let's get straight into the run, shall we? So on floor 1, we are picking Flat Broke Gamblers. As usual, prioritize event nodes like this because it's just faster and you don't have to fight and load, which usually take a lot of time. So we're taking the second node, event nodes. It is way faster than fighting normal fight, so yeah. If you're fighting, here are the teams, right? This is the order that we use. Usually we use a manual chaining because it is faster, but if you're lazy, you could technically win raid. I think it is fine, but just be wary of the resources because we need the resources we need some of the resources, mainly red, a lot of them, some NP, and just a tiny little bit of lust. But if you need red, what you could do is to I'll show you after this. I'll show you after this run, but yeah, there's a trick that you can get to guarantee get rat because a lot of these IDs have rat, but like only in skill trees. mainly the down trio, right? So what I usually like to do is to put clashable counters on down Gregor and down Foss instead. So like, especially on first turn because we are clashing. Right? So this one and this one go clashable counter, and yeah, it should be fine because they are clashing and their clashable counter I think is staggers as well. At the very least staggers. Well, if two hats anyway, but yeah, that's how you get some of the red, especially if you are missing red, which I think in some cases you might get less red than you need, which either you do that or you take Starlight, you take ERC. On shop, what I usually want to do is buy tier 3s and enhance How to Fly's Dream to the max and Fury down just once. I think this is the most optimal setup, and if you can, if it's possible, don't clear. Choose skill 1, skill 2 for skill swap because yeah, that's like down clear skill 2 is amazing and it obliterates waves on floor 1 and floor up to floor 3, which will make your run inherently faster and better. On chicken, yeah, you can just normal chaining as usual. If you get skill 2 right here, it's basically one turn usually, unless the other skill are not carrying its weight. But yeah, even we only kill it with like 5 skills, with only 5 skills. But on the second, so on this one, if you don't get Starlight, what I usually do is just use ego resources because we need all of resources. Because yeah, we are running very thin with it. Also for this, try to not take HP if possible. So I will take this or this, which I think I will take Bloody Gadget instead. So floor 2 as usual is always health chicken, isn't it? And as always, prioritize even nodes. These nodes and try to avoid this node because this is 2 turns. Guaranteed at least 2 turns or even maybe can be 3. So your rush should be like this. If possible, this is like 50-50 chance for the focus and counter nodes. Because if you get down clear skill 2, it could be faster, but if you don't get down clear skill 2, it's like a little bit slower, but I think it's fine. In this scenario, it's fine to get him. Also, if you're like fast with your... It could be faster with your hands by using your hands on the keyboard like enter and arrow keys. I personally use it when I speed running like this. So I don't press my mouse is on the right here, so I can just press up. And yeah, I will go up there. And I could press enter here. My mouse is here, right? And I press enter and yeah, that's how you be fast. And yeah, this is kind of lucky because it's only 3 chickens. So what you want to do usually, I just win rate, but this win rate sucks. So I just do this, triple counter here and this, and the other just on here, and yeah, basically all defense on this down clear skill because it will kill. I think it's faster than normal fights by like tiny bit, but it is RNG though. We get free there as well, but yeah, no Starlight. Go ego resources, I think. Go even note. We did not get chicken here. So what you want to do is try to get chicken. I mean, there's sharp needles and threads, but we don't need them. Like, we care about the chicken more than sharp needles and threads. We did not get them, but we can just use them, right? 3, 2, 1, I think, yep, we got juicy drumstick. We have leftover, so we can draft for other burn tier 4, which in this case Glimpse of Flames. I do have enough cost to enhance them to the max, so I will just do that as well. And yeah, that's the shop done for floor 2. If you cannot use for the burn tier 4, it is fine, but your main priority should be the chicken. should be the drumstick. It should be like most top of your priority. Because if you don't get it, I think KOD can be one turn, but it will be very hard. Meanwhile, Roses will not be one turn. But on this fight, what you want to do is to clash with the big chicken here for Don't Crash Skill 2 if you have it. We cannot clash it, so we can just clash it with here, and the rest just go to the boss. Since I have Limbs of Flame plus, I could do this, but it is fine. Just use it as a safe kit, or yeah, something like that. So in case you don't deal enough burn, which in this case you're dealing enough burn, but like just in case, right? And the usual clash because yeah, I think it will just be longer if you unoppose them. But try to clash with the slowest enemy, like slowest allies that you can clash with. So if they stagger, they will stagger, and yeah, you will not clash and saves a bit of time. So yeah, no Starlight, nothing, so I can just take whatever. In this, try to get the lowest HP, which is this one. And on floor 3, it's not Hatred and Despair. It is To Be Cleaved right here. There's some alternative packs that if I don't forget about it, it will be here. But yeah, so the pack, yeah, just as usual, try to prioritize event nodes. In this case, you could go here or go down here. I will go down here and get the free tier 4 gift from here, which is cool. And yeah, we just fight. Since this is boring, I will just speed it up. I think if I talk here, it will be funny as well. So I will just talk random stuff, and when I speed it up, it will like so it will be funny, I guess. Because I will speed this thing up by twice, I guess, or even 3 times the speed. Because even if this is fast, you don't really want to do it, right? Like you don't really want to watch this. It's just boring slop, I guess. And this is not a speedrun anyway, so like there's no point in me for like making this as fast as possible, and yeah, it will be slower.
순식간에 끝내죠. 치명적인 손상을 입히는데 성공했습니다.
훌륭한 제압 성과를 낸 직원이
That's wonder.
효율적인 결과를 위해서 이쯤에서 관리자님이 칭찬의 말을 건네줘도 좋을 것 같네요. 물론
On
진심까지
shop,
담길 필요는
yeah, what
없습니다.
this should do is try to fuse for the other burn tier 4, which is the burn rock right here. Burn rock, yeah. Like this is, if I sell this and this is the only thing that you need for this, for the whole run. Like I mean, if you want to, you could buy some random junk if you want, like bloody gadget again, and like I don't know, this is fine for ego resources. If you want to, I'll just buy it. Gray coat is nice as well, you can buy that as well. But yeah, just a random. But those ego gifts that I mentioned earlier are like the very minimum gift that you can kill, yeah. After that is a bonus, but you can only clear with just those. We tried several times, multiple times even. So there's few bosses in floor 3, right? For this, what I usually like to do is just win rate. And the second turn is just damage rate, because this is guaranteed to turn. Yeah, just win rate, then get damage rate, which is not a big deal, because yeah, you only clash once and the enemy gets staggered. If you want to save more time, you could probably get away with only using 4 skills or even 3 skills on here, and just the other could be evades if you want to. But I'm not doing that. Maybe if you're speed running this, you should. I think that because that's safe like 10 seconds or maybe 15 seconds of time, but I'm not speed running here. But yeah, no starlight, we go ego resources just in case. And yeah, we are already met our resources. And this one doesn't matter really. Fourth floor is hatred and despair. We will be picking that one. We pick this pack because it's usually fast and reliable. But in this thread, I think this is one of the hardest sections for us. Because yeah, we need some knowledge about the IDs we're using and the speed. Because there are multiple, well, there are 2 threads in this floor. If you want to check more, you can check it on our sheets. Because we have some video text on it. But yeah, it's basically judging which ego do you want to use. We can use 3 egos if possibly, right? We can possibly use 3 egos.
추락하더라도 괜찮니?
I forgot.
이 노을이 식지 않도록 더 뜨겁게 타올라라.
Remember to click and unclick your Sinclair, so your Sinclair will be lost.
발목 잡지 않도록 최선을 다할게요.
And so there's two categories, I guess, two section, I guess, yeah, 2 branches of the route. First of all, either you use Outer Blossom Star Corrosion, which costs red, loss, and good, right? So you have to check for that as well. That's mainly the red because your red are pretty tight. Or you could use Trichilia Cosm Yisang, which costs pride, gloom, and envy, which we have enough. If Outer Blossom Star is first, you can use them, but I usually prioritize Yisang more, especially since we have a lot of envy, right? Because this costs 2 envy at floor 5, so you need to have 6 envy by floor 5. And I think only 3 last. And 14, sorry. Yeah, 14 red. So since we have 18 red, I mean, we can get this from these skills right here, right? But yeah, I will just use this because this is compared in his last. What I will usually do is press damage rate, or like redirect all of my skills there. I will just red skills because I need the red, and the last one should be like this one because it will get staggered before we clash, which takes a little bit of time.
역시 우리 사무소의 자랑이야.
And it will get staggered since Sinclair staggers them. Both of the down will be hitting them again, which I think I don't really need Isang Ego here, but just to be sure, like just to show you guys how it's done. Because if you have if the boss has less than 1040 HP and you have 99 burn potency and 20 burn count, the boss will die. That's the threshold for him to die. It's a little bit overkill. If I use Gregor's skill tree, probably is dead. But yeah, he's dead. And that's floor 4. If you want to see the ABS Faust's route, you can check the sheets again if you want to. But yeah, no starlight. It's just random. No starlight, no resource. We can just random. Just the one with least HP. Or these 2, it's fine. And the last one, we should switch to hard mode because this pack is only on hard mode, and that pack is we pack search for them. We pack search for them, but the pack is line 2. We picked this pack as pretty easy, and it's only one fight as well, right? So it is fast. I think it's usually 2 minutes for this pack, or even lower, depending on like how you play it. But yeah, this is like one of the fastest packs that we can get, so that's why we always pick this pack. That is unfortunate, but since we lost SP there, we can heal SP. We lost 30, we can heal twice. But since we are rich, we can do it one more time. Why not? You know? Because we use Trichi Yisang. And yeah, the shop's done. I should show you like with minimum ego gifts, right? But there's a you can craft, for example, singing tier 4, mainly artistic sense, or the other, which is this one. Sorry, give me a second here, I will craft it again. This you don't have to do this. This is just for insurance, just in case your run goes bad, but you don't really need to. I will show you with this, because all our other runs are without this, because yeah, crafting is longer. Shockers, right? Like if you craft something, you will take like 10 seconds, 50 seconds. Both of them should take like 20 seconds, I guess. Even 30 seconds, which in the speedrun context you don't really need them. Don't clear is first, which is not ideal.
더 뜨겁게
You could reset, but
타올라라.
it's probably fine. First of all, you should do this, right? Check if ABS force is hitting 2 parts or not. In this case, we hit 2 parts, so it is basically free low. But if it's only hit 1 part, you should check the sheets again as in what to do. But usually it's just hit the other part that's not targeted, which is usually the flash or the skull emoji. But you use those two, and you use Great 3 Chile Cosm. There's even you don't need other skills, right? You should of course take the other skill here and put it on the body or the head. Either is fine, but even you can get away with only 4 skill and 6 red resonance, as you can see here.
순식간에 끝내죠.
In V4 I'm wrong, and like the boss is not a kill, but it's shield. I won't believe that it's shield. Harmony is for look at those burn.
비효율적인 공격이었습니다.
Look at these burn. Potensian. Khan is from Raw, so yeah. That's why we strong. And all this ego just for the enemy. Both of the parts have 20 count each.
방금 건 제대로 된 공격이 아니었는데 혹시 너희들 중에 매뉴얼을 제대로 안 읽고 온 사람들이 있는 걸까?
Oh, deals a lot. This deals a lot of damage because we have both
자금의 물리적인
the sync tier 4. I don't think if you have singing tier 4,
전체의 정보까지
you should.
일일이
If you don't have
읽어주는
singing tier 4, let me pause.
미처 몰랐군요.
You should just attack it, I think, because my roses are like 30 to 100 HP. It's like really sketchy. You should attack it, I think, but this is fine. Counter as well, and yeah, it's that. And yeah, there you have it. It's the run. Again, if you want more context or more info, you should read the sheet. And if you have any question, you should ask us in Discord. Please don't ask me in comment section. I mean, sure, you could ask me in comment section, but like sometimes, like after a week or so, I will just like very hard to reply, because yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't have time to check YouTube all the time. Meanwhile, on our Discord, MDOT Discord, discord.gg/MDOT, there's a lot other people that can help answer it for you, because yeah, there's a lot of labbers instead of me. Yeah, this is the damage. As usual, Sinclair deals a lot of damage. Since we pack search once, right? We pack search one, it is still Starlight 18 big house, purely big house. We have the what you call it again? We have the Starlight bonus from the 2 new down units, but if there's not here, I think it's like the average is still positive 8 Starlight, so yeah, it's still free.